Hey, Kat.
Hi.
How's it going?
All right.
Good. Tell me about your situation.
My situation?
Yeah.
Okay. When I was 14, I had to go to counseling for a little while.
Okay.
For depression.
All right.
Normal teenage. I consider it normal teenage depression. So.
Sure.
My family really didn't know how to go about putting me into counseling or anything, so we just picked somebody local, and he was actually the father of a guy I went to class with that was in my grade.
All right. He was a counselor.
He was a counselor, yes.
Okay.
He may have been a psychologist.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. But, so I think I only did like maybe 3 sessions with this guy. The first session, he talked a lot about himself and how he liked to deal with stress by listening to music and talking about AC/DC and stuff I couldn't relate to at all.
Sure.
Then the next session, I came in and he started talking to me about he saw a girl in a drive-thru at the bank, and she had, this is vulgar, I think is vulgar, but she had hickeys on her neck, and he said, that reminded me of you. And I was like,
Really?
thanks, why?
Yeah.
And he said, because of what we talked about the last time and about the suicide attempt and this, and I was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. That's not me. He's like,
He's
no.
confusing you somehow.
He had me confused with another client totally. And he pulled out pictures because he thought I was trying to deny that I had done anything. And he showed me pictures of some girl's arms where she had cut.
Yikes.
So, of course, I felt very uncomfortable.
Sure. I'm feeling it just you
Yeah,
telling me.
it was just, and I recognized the girl because she had a mark on her hand as somebody I knew from school. Yeah, because it was the town I grew up in.
Right.
So then I got really worried. I started really, after I got back, I talked to my parents about it. And I said, this is not working. I can't see this guy. He's going to tell his son, who's also in my class, like everything about me, and I don't want everyone in school knowing about me. And I went
Not to mention they would tell things that might not even be true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was so of course I was very angry, very frustrated with the whole process.
Sure.
Just thought it was very wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you saw him 3 times?
Yes, so I went, because my
Went
parents
back?
wanted me to go back one last time, and I just,
Yeah.
the whole time I just sat there like that. I didn't talk to him. I didn't do anything.
So, I mean, that sounds like a really bad situation.
Yeah.
And I know you're laughing about it now, but obviously at the time it was...
Oh, at the time, yeah, I was very upset, and
Sure.
I just, I thought, oh, great, this can't even help me,
Right.
because in that state of mind I was in. I was very depressed anyways, and then that happened, and I was just like, what is going on?
Just made it worse, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Well, certainly I'm interested to know how it is that you kind of reconciled with that, if you're willing to tell me.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I got into counseling again, because obviously that did not work out.
Sure.
So a year or so later, I got back into counseling with another woman from closer down to Atlanta, away out of the mountains.
Right,
My
away
family
from your
took me
hometown.
that way, yeah. Went down there. I had a very, very positive experience with this woman. And it was a woman this time too, so I felt like she could relate more.
Sure.
She's very professional, very understanding, very empathetic. It wasn't all about her, which I felt like that's what it was with him. She got everything right. Like, she remembered everything that we talked about, so I'm guessing she reviewed notes, the right notes before.
Right, or the right pictures or
Exactly,
whatever.
yeah, whatever. But, yeah, so that changed my view, and I was just like, God, that guy really sucks at his job.
Yeah. You're
So,
right. Right. Well, I wonder how you felt going to another counselor after that experience.
the first time I was very closed off just because I was expecting the same thing to happen. But, right away the office was much different, set up way more professionally.
Mm-hmm.
This other guy's office was, kind of all the lights were out and just like creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy to go into. This woman, she had lights, but they weren't, the harsh lights, and it just felt more like you were going into someone's living room. It was nice and more
Mhm.
inviting, so that already kind of eased it out. But
Yeah,
it took a couple of sessions for me to buy into it, I guess.
sure.
That it wasn't going to go bad. But
Can you think of a moment that really, within your sessions with her, that really changed your view? Or allowed you to be more open?
Yeah, probably, because I was talking about, relationship problems, and at the time, being in high school, you have your friendships, relationships, your crushes,
Yeah.
everything, and I was throwing names out left and right to her, and I think it was like maybe the fourth or fifth session, and she said, okay, she kind of stopped me for a minute, she's like, I want to go back to what you talked about with Justin and
Yeah.
this, and I was like, oh my God, she remembers all that? Wow.
Right.
Yeah, so that really impressed me, and then I was like, okay, she really is listening. So
Yeah.
then I felt like, okay, now I matter and I can talk more.
Yeah.
So that's when it kind of,
And you felt different.
yeah, I felt more at ease, I felt more comfortable, I felt like, okay, she's not going to tell everybody my stuff, and she knows what I'm talking, she's actually listening.
Yeah.
That's when it kind of clicked for me.
Two extremes.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, with your first experience, I kind of feel like I need to apologize for the profession. But so fortunate that you went back and just that you, even at that age, had the resilience to try it again, and the bravery, really, because that first experience was awful.
Yeah, well, my mom really helped with that, because she had used counseling and it had worked for her years prior, so she kept, just give it one more try. It's not like that. That was just a really bad experience. Let's try one more, and then I'll leave you alone. Just try one more. So.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, you got someone who was very good and helpful.
Yeah.
That's really